Hi everybody, and welcome to video 7 for the Miss Parrott's channel, coming to you once again from my living room. And today we are going to talk about Persuasive Research Essay, the introduction. But first we're going to talk about this week's schedule, because this is actually the last YouTube video for a while, because we are switching to Hangouts this week. And as you can see here, this is the schedule for the week. So today we have our last YouTube session focused on Persuasive Paper, the introduction. And then tomorrow we have our first office hours drop in from 9 to 11 a.m. for any questions that you might have on Google Hangouts. Wednesday is our official class meeting, all of us together from 9 to 10, and that will be a lesson for both language arts and social studies. Then Thursday will be another office hours from 9 to 11 a.m. on Hangouts for any questions that you have. And that's it for the week. On Friday, you can always email me with questions that you have. You can request by appointment to have an individual session with me. So that's going to be our schedule for this week. We'll see how it goes. There might be some adjustments made, but we'll just all do this together and figure it out. So if there's any questions about any of that, make sure to email me. So today we are going to talk about typing your introduction for the persuasive paper. Please don't start this step until you have done all your research. I have modified the directions so they fit more with what we're doing with online learning. So you can take a look at the research directions that are attached on Google Classroom for this assignment. So that should help you with the research part. The other thing that will help you is taking a look at the attached essay outline, and that will help you with knowing how to do your paragraphs for your paper. And if you look at that, there's an introduction paragraph that starts the outline, and that's what we're going to focus on today. So if you remember from our biography paper, we started our introduction with a hook. And a hook is simply just something to get the reader engaged, get the reader's attention. And as we talked in class, that means it could be a quote, it could be a statistic, it could be a question. So look through your research and see if there's something that really jumps out at you as being, surprising or shocking that you think would also get the reader's attention. So I did an example introduction for you that I attached in Google Classroom, and I don't know if you remember our MLA format. I put that in there for you, so you would also type your introduction with the MLA format, with the heading and all the heading information and some sort of title, and then typing your hook. And you'll see that I did mine on climate change, just to give you an example, and I started it with a quote. And remember, if you get your information from a source, that you do need to credit that source, even if it isn't a direct quote, but even if it's information that you somehow got from your source that you paraphrased. So make sure to give your sources credit. So after the hook, you'll see in my sample and on the outline that it helps to then transition into your topic from the quote and to give some background information on your topic. And this can be done in 2 to 3 sentences. Don't go into a lot of detail. Just give a little bit of a taste as to what the reader is going to be reading about as far as the topic. And so you get that information typically from just looking at your research. and just kind of doing a little bit of a summary of what you found in 2 to 3 sentences. And make sure you do that transition from the quote to the topic. And I tried to do that in the climate change example. And then finally, you need to have your thesis statement. This is the statement that gives the reader the roadmap for what your paper is going to be about, and really what your main idea or what your argument is. So you'll see that I put in a thesis statement, and it really covers what the paper is going to be. So what are your 2 to 3 reasons for your opinion? So that needs to be in there first. What is the opposing argument, and what is your rebuttal? So what is your comeback to them? So once again, the thesis statement should include not details, but just a summary of what are your 2 to 3 reasons for your argument, what is the opposing side, and then what is your rebuttal to the opposing side? What's your comeback to them? So just a brief layout for the reader of those ideas. Now, in the outline, it does have 3 reasons, a rebuttal, and then your comeback to them. You could just have 2 reasons and then the opposing side, but if you have a lot of information and you have a 3rd reason, you can include that. So that's why it's a 6-paragraph outline, but if you have just like 2 really strong reasons and then you want to go to rebuttal and have a 5-paragraph essay, that's fine too. So I hope this is helpful. All of the screenshots that I'm showing you are available on Google Classroom. And so finally, as we are ending our last YouTube video for a while, I want to show you one of the audience members who you can't see right now, but we're going to visit right now at the end, Miss Audrey, who has slept through my entire, see, there she is. She has slept through this entire video, not even once like making a sound. So, oh, there she is. There she is. So from me, from Audrey and Ted, you enjoyed the 7-video series that started all of this, and I look forward to seeing you in Hangouts.